This is why they didn't want us filming.
How many press-ups was it? It was after like 1,000 press-ups and then...
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take your details down.
I can see him. I can see our special guest.
Welcome back. Today, you're joining us for a little road trip. We're going to Glasgow to see my good friend Aman. We're going to get a session in, and then we've got a very nice little surprise as well. So, you're coming along with us. Coffee secured. Let's go.
I can see him. I can see our special guest.
Boy, how you doing?
Nice to see you.
Long time no see.
How's it going? What's going on in here tonight, Aman?
We've got a screening party for my episode, my debut episode. I'm buzzing and I'm also sharing it.
Okay, so we are here. Special guest has arrived. You might recognise this guy's face because as we're filming this, you will have watched BBC Gladiators and this guy has been on and I'll have been on. What? Can you believe it? Aman, how you doing? You good?
I'm good, I'm very well. I'm excited for tonight. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. It's weird. It feels like we filmed the show in August and now it's coming out. It's all coming back around.
That's it.
And I'm pretty nervous. I can't lie. So tonight,
to fruition.
Tonight's Aman's video, his episode goes live tonight. So we're going to be watching it. We've come down for a session beforehand at JD because the place where we're watching it didn't want us in filming. So we've come to trusty JD. We're going to be hitting arms and we're going to be having a little chat about gladiators, training, nothing too much.
Don't want to give away too much.
Just our thoughts.
Yeah.
Aman's taking us through the workout today.
That's it. We're about to raise the bar.
So how are you feeling about tonight?
It's a weird feeling. Like I'm excited, but I'm also like a wee bit nervous. I just want to see what it looks like. You know what I mean? We don't get any previews. It just comes straight out. We're the same as the public. You know what I mean?
Mate, honestly, I am absolutely terrified. So, like I say, as you're watching this, both our shows will have come out. But I'm so nervous. I'm not even on tonight, and I'm absolutely petrified.
Yeah.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Ticklish.
This is why they didn't want us filming. Hang tough training.
Yeah, literally.
Honestly, I did so much hanging in preparation. Look at him. In preparation for the show.
You will have seen my episode, so you will know that I did not do hang tough, but as you can see, I would have smoked it.
I had to run out on hang tough. Here we go.
Right, let's see.
My shoulder.
Your grip strength.
My shoulders. Obviously, I've been injured, but it's getting a bit better. Thanks to the amazing Kirsty Physio. So, what did your training look like when you knew you were going on the show?
Oh, I was training all sorts. Like, I was just trying to try and get as strong as possible. Because I know these glads are massive. Trying to get strong as fast as possible.
Yeah.
It was hard training.
Yeah, so when I was preparing for the show, I was a little bit heavy. So my first aim was, right, okay, I know I'll be all right getting through the games if I don't pick up an injury, but I need to drop a couple kilos.
Right.
So I dropped 3 or 4 kilos, started going back into a lot of the body weight training because I was a little bit worried about the eliminator, the hanging, the swinging, what we'd be doing. That was my kind of thing. I kind of knew, okay, if I get a knock, I should be okay. Felt like I was fast enough.
Oh, you were definitely fast enough.
But I just wanted to be a bit lighter. So
yeah.
I was doing a lot of hanging, but obviously you don't want to pick up a forearm injury because
Nah.
if you pick up like a wrist strain or a forearm injury, they're a nightmare to heal.
You don't want to pick up any injury, to be fair.
I mean, that is very true.
Yeah, like you don't want to pick up any injury, but you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So we're training arms today. I also trained them yesterday, but
We do some pull-ups as well.
no, I'm never going to last a pull-up. So we're going to start with some lat raises once we get into it.
You know,
Do you remember?
Do you
remember? Right? When we were training, do you remember when we had to fall off hang tough? And I was on your back.
Yeah.
I had this guy. We had to fall off hang tough, and this guy, all of his weight landed on me, and I had to take it.
Yeah, I'm
Onto
so
the
glad it was the other way about, because I don't think I would have lasted. Not saying anything about, you know, your weight or anything like that.
As soon as it came out, I was like, right, I need to find the smallest contender.
all about
I need
it,
to I need to find the smallest contender, because there's no way I'm having a unit fall on top of me.
You know, sizes and everything. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to start with the lateral raises. I'm starting a lot lighter than Aman probably is. Warm everything up, and we're just going to have a little chat. I've been doing about sixes max on here, pressing from the floor, really restrictive range of motion. First set, 12s. Do you not want to warm up?
This is my warm-up.
I'm being exposed here.
I told you sizing and everything.
So how many days a week were you training when you found out you were going on the show?
Just my usual.
8 days.
8 days. Literally 7 days a week, twice on Sundays.
Twice on Sundays.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's so weird that I haven't seen you since the training.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's the weirdest thing ever. Yeah. What was your favourite thing from your show? My favourite memory.
Favorite memory, apart from being amongst it all, with the crowd, the adrenaline. My favorite thing was probably doing the gauntlet. I'm not gonna lie, that was like
You had a mad gauntlet.
that was
You had a mental.
yeah, that was like a proper like moment.
How did you feel before you stood at the end? You're about to go down. How did you feel? What was going through your head?
What, like before I went through them?
Yeah. Or tried to.
Or tried to. We don't know. No, I was trying to zone in. I was just like, nah, I need to smash this. Like I said on in my interview there, I wasn't looking at them. I was looking straight through them, and I was like, boom.
I wasn't looking at them. I was looking straight through them. There you go.
And that's what I did.
I was so hyped. For gauntlet, you had to get so hyped, so in the zone, and then I was like, right, okay. Mine was stoppy starty. I kept on getting helmet off, shoe off.
Did you?
Knocked out,
Mate,
thrown out of the gauntlet.
they did make it a lot harder this year, didn't they?
Yeah. It had to be, I think. But I managed to make it through.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, you need to see I play it.
What are you doing?
You're gonna have to go and watch it. So I'm doing my working set. Nice and controlled.
Working sets of sixes.
Yes. Mate. Oh, pump cover's off.
Front cover is off.
So, what do you think was the hardest part about the whole show?
The hardest part? I'm not gonna lie, I think it was probably it was overcoming the fear of being on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously from a person who's never done it before, and then you're obviously amongst a crowd of thousands of people,
Yeah.
and then you have to speak,
Mate, it was.
knowing that the whole nation's gonna watch you, that's the
moment.
scariest thing.
Do you remember walking out into the crowd for the first time before your first event? I was like, wow.
You get some buzz though. You get some
It's
buzz.
insane, isn't it? Best feeling ever. It's like when I used to compete and I was stepping out into an arena and there's lots of people there. But instead of it was so much better because these people were cheering for one person instead of a team. So it was the weirdest experience ever.
But everyone's still hyping you up. See see when you're just about to go through an event, everything goes quiet, everyone stops screaming, but then you'll hear like little kids or someone in the crowd going, "Come on, Aman, come on, Joe, let's go," and then that like just sends your hype straight up into.
There's like kind of like nothing. You feel a bit invincible, don't you? Like as you're going into it, it's just like I just remember feeling like, oh well, if my arm comes off, it's all right. Which is a dangerous level of adrenaline. But
you feel on top of the world, so you do.
Insane.
That was the adrenaline scale was like it was off the charts. I don't know like when we'll do something again like that. Yeah. So you were saying like you got a bad shoulder. That's why you're going light on the dumbbells.
I mean,
why is that?
I've had a pre-existing injury, but obviously in the ring on my show that they'll have watched, I got battered by the fittest man in the UK. So I feel okay. Not this guy, Zach George. I mean, he's incredible.
He is a mountain of
he's like so dense and so strong. Like, just honestly, I mean, if you're the fittest guy in the UK, I think it was 2020, he won that. Like, you're just going to be a machine. I mean, some of the weights he shifts, but I feel
but see if you go online, like go onto the Instagram page, and you see there's a picture of me and him on dual. The size comparison is like I literally look half the size.
Mate, it's not as silly as when I'm stood against Bionic, against Matty.
Oh my god.
He is again like Matty and Christian, so Giant and Bionic. They are the biggest people I've ever seen. Like biggest. He is just like this.
Huge people. I know.
I was on the platform looking at him like this, like, oh my gosh.
I know.
It's
but
insane,
like,
isn't it?
How mad is it? Like how much it takes to just go on a show like that and go up against people. In front of like millions of people. Like
Scary, innit?
It is scary.
Scary, innit? So one of my favourite bicep exercises, just because it keeps everything locked in place, and while I've been rehabbing the shoulder, it's been my little saviour.
Showing off his big biceps now.
Thanks, mate. I just think it allows you to concentrate on it, have such a big stretch.
You get such a good pump off it, don't you?
Yeah.
Another exercise I like for biceps is the cable curls, cable bicep curls.
I mean,
you know where your arms are like right behind you.
Yeah.
And then you don't move your elbows, keep them locked to your body.
I mean,
you just curl up from there.
The cables are good because obviously there's always tension. So I like cables, but I think it's just a mix. Weird, it just niggles you whenever you don't expect it. So now we're working at getting back the dynamic strength.
Which shoulder was it? Was it your
My right one?
Your right shoulder?
Yeah. So we're trying.
Your dominant side?
Yeah.
Was it?
So we're getting back to the dynamic strength now, but it's like things like sleeping just does your head in.
Are you a side sleeper or you sleep on your back?
I sleep on my front. Like, do you know how all the videos how they say you shouldn't sleep?
Yeah.
That's me. It's exactly how I sleep.
Yeah.
Just.
I'm the exact same.
So we've done a lateral raise to warm up, single arm preacher curl. Now we're going to go into a tricep. We're going to do a straight bar push down. Aman's going to use the V-bar. So when I train triceps, I like to take it to 15 reps. I just feel like they respond a little bit better, and they're definitely more fatigued there. So that's most of it. Fixed elbow, fully extend. If you want to get on the show, you are going to have to apply, and you're going to have to try and get yourself to one of these trials. But basically, it's a range of like pretty intense fitness tests.
Oh yeah.
To kind of see how durable you are. Literally. With like, and obviously the super fit people there. Literally. I mean, there was some animals there.
Team GB athletes are like, and some of them didn't even get on it. Like
they were animals, weren't they?
Very, very fit people.
They were animals.
We
animals.
must be even fitter than them.
But yeah, so we went through the whole process together. So
Right from trials.
boys, we met. I remember speaking to you.
By the time we got to the end, we were in a different group. We were separated, and we were doing exercise. Like we were doing the
tests and
tests.
stuff.
We're not gonna get too into it, but we're doing the tests. Split halfway, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah,
something like that. And then by the end, we came together, and that's when we like started speaking.
Yeah.
And then for the last one of the last tests, that's when I think I went first, and you were pushing me. You were like pushing me throughout it, like come on, Aman.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, it was literally like do one press up, and he needed a bit of moral support. That was the test, and
how many press ups was it? It was after like 1,000 press ups, and then he was like, come on, Aman, you got another one in you, and I was like, oh my god.
1,001. 1,002.
I think that's how it happened.
That's what did it. Yeah.
That's the true story.
This is how I've rehabbed my shoulder, and obviously training chest has been really hard. So if you're rehabbing a shoulder and you're struggling to get a chest pump, this is kind of what we've built up to. I'm at 20s now, so.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because floor press is good because you're not overextending that range of movement.
I'm just being really controlled. I think I'm confident as well, because my shoulder blades are fully contracted on the back, whereas on a bench they're on the sides. When you can't lift heavy weights, you've got to have some form of intensity.
I'm just gonna.
And then we're supersetting with some hammer curls. This is just you lifting more weight than me. This whole video. So my last question, what advice would you have for somebody who wanted to work towards going on that show? Or what would you tell someone? Or if you could go back in time and tell yourself something now, having done it, would you change how you prepared? Were you happy? Or what would you tell someone going forwards?
If it was someone, great.
Here we go. If it was someone I liked, that's what you were going to say.
Nah. But
don't do it. No.
Seriously, don't do it. No. If someone was preparing for something as big as that, I'd probably just tell them train as hard as you can. Follow literally. It sounds cliche, but follow your dreams, work hard towards it, train hard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it was if I wanted to change something, I'd probably say I want to work harder. Even though I was training 6 days a week, I was doing everything I possibly could. I feel like I could maybe even train a bit smarter. Do you know what I mean?
I think what's super important, and something I tried to carry throughout the whole process, was getting on that show, getting to the training. All of that was a win. It was a positive. I don't know if we can say the number we got told about how many people had applied, but it was a ridiculous. Think of a number and then triple it, right? All these people applied, and you kind of got the opportunity. So I think
the selection process is crazy.
It's good.
Slipped through and made the criteria.
Yeah.
It's
to be what they're looking for. And I think with anything like this, you've got to enjoy every second of it. I think you've got to enjoy the process, because with this, a lot of these things are out of your control. I mean, we easily could have not made the show. They could have missed us, put someone else in front of us. So we got that chance, and then our job is to kind of enjoy that.
Yeah.
So enjoy the training. And I tried to really go through it and think, right, getting this opportunity to go to the training, see the arena, work with this obviously amazing team and staff, be part of this experience, meet you, one of my great friends now.
BFFs.
Massive. And if you go in with the expectations of this is mine, and everything, I feel like you're setting yourself up to be disappointed.
Yeah. You just need, like Joe said, see if you ever have an opportunity like that. You gotta enjoy it. Work hard, work smart, but enjoy it. it is at the end of the day fun. You know what I mean?
My biggest tip would be to be creative with your training.
Yeah.
Like,
in what sense?
You've got to now. There are a couple series in, and obviously we've got old series to go back on. And I'm someone who likes to kind of research and analyse what I'm doing, and kind of as a visual learner to go forwards. Be creative with your training. Try to see how you can integrate moves, specific movement patterns, skills, aspects of it into your training. So like almost that kind of gymnastic element for parts of it, the contact-based element. Not just in terms of the movement, but also like the time patterns and how long you're kind of doing it. So you need to be geared up for that. And I think creativity in training is quite important.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
I would say that along.
I feel like as well, that's a good point. However, see with something like this, like you said, we are a couple of series in, and they're only gonna keep doing different things. It is hard to train for like specifically for something like this, because the events that you're doing is you know, it's not something you would do in your normal training. Do you know what
it's not your general push-pull legs workout. Yeah, I think as well, like a big thing about the show is that there's so much unpredictability about it, which makes the show. Like, you can't train for somebody knocking you sideways and how you're going to land, but you can prepare yourself well.
Yeah.
Like, try and make yourself as robust as possible.
I mean, as you can see, as well as like as you saw on the show, you can prepare for getting hit in the face, and that is shown in the episodes.
Yeah.
Quite the setup for the boy. Get him.
Where the heck is he? Go stand at the front. Go stand at the front.
Thank you very much. I was on the show. For real, before it starts, thanks very much for coming. I am over the moon that I'm able to share this with everyone that I love, friends and family, so thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
And when was that injury?
Let's go! Thank you very much for coming. Like, either way, win or lose, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to God, and you know, my granddad be looking down on me like, I'm so happy. I hope I'm doing it proud. So thank you very much, guys.